Okay, why don't you go ahead and tell them your names?
Veronica and Ethan. Well, you're here to lead us on a pledge, right? Okay, let's turn around and you stand for the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Very good. All right, at this time, we're going to have the oath of office administered to Robin Flowers, our newly elected board member. Our treasurer, Mr. Tom Morehouse, will do the honors.
Will you please stand and raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Ohio, and that you will faithfully and impartially discharge your duties as a member of the Board of Education of Sebring Local School District, Mahoning County, Ohio, to the best of your ability, and in accordance with the laws now in effect and hereinafter to be enacted during your continuance in said office and until your successor is elected and qualified? If yes, please answer, I do.
I do.
Welcome aboard. Formalities. Yeah, just sign that. There, I will get a copy for you.
Okay, thank you.
Great, thank you.
Robin, if you come around, take your seat.
All right, thank you.
Call the roll.
Ms. Grusin?
Here.
Ms. Flowers?
Here.
Mr. Harris?
Here.
Ms. McFerrin?
Here.
I want to welcome the public to our January board meeting, or actually it's an organizational meeting, and then we'll go into our regular board meeting.
Okay, so changes to the agenda. We have an addendum, which is 16, so we're going to move all the items down. So 16 is the addendum, 16 will become 17, 17 becomes 18, 18 becomes 19, and 19 becomes 20. So just renumber 17, 18, 20.
Just for the minutes, I was contacted this morning by Mr. Ronald McDonald, and he has withdrawn his letter of interest for the school board. So at this time, we have one individual letter of interest, and that's Travis Thompson. And so I need someone, if they would, make a nomination for Mr. Travis Thompson to be a board member.
I'll make a motion.
Motion?
Second.
Second. And with that, I believe that would close all of the... Is there a motion to close all of the nominees?
Motion. Second.
Call the roll.
Ms. Flowers?
Here.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Ms. Grusin?
Yes.
Ms. McFerrin?
Yes.
So with that in mind, we need the roll call for appointing of Travis Thompson as a board member of the Sebring Board of Education.
Ms. Grusin?
Yes. What was his name? Oh, what was that? Travis Thompson. Travis Thompson.
Ms. Flowers?
Travis Thompson.
Mr. Harris?
Travis Thompson.
Ms. McFerrin?
Travis Thompson.
Congratulations, Travis. Thank you.
I guess I should have.
I need for you to come up and be sworn in.
Please raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Ohio, and that you will faithfully and impartially discharge your duties as member of the Board of Education of Sebring Local School District, Mahoning County, Ohio, to the best of your ability and in accordance with the laws now in effect and hereinafter to be enacted during your continuance in said office and until your successor is elected and qualified? If so, please answer, I do.
I do.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you. Come up and take your seat.
Oh, he's got it.
Okay. Just went through here. Right here, with the office. This is going to be right here.
Now, the next item is the nomination for president to serve as the president of the Sebring Local Board of Education for 2016. Are there any nominations?
I'd like to nominate Ray Harris.
Any others? Is there a second?
Second.
Motion to close the nominations?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Call the roll.
Ms. Grusin?
Ray Harris.
Oh, this is to close nominations.
Oh, I thought we just did.
Then you got to vote to close. So
Yes.
Ms. Flowers?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Mr. Thompson?
Yes.
Ms. McFerrin?
Yes.
Now the roll call vote for the president. Respond by the name of the candidate.
Ms. Grusin?
Ray Harris.
Ms. Flowers?
Ray Harris.
Mr. Harris?
Abstain.
Ms. McFerrin?
Ray Harris.
Mr. Thompson?
Ray Harris.
All right, now we need to do the nomination for board member to serve as vice president of the local Sebring Local School Board of Education for 2016. Nominations?
Tracy McFerrin.
Any others? Motion to close?
Motion.
Second.
Second. Call the roll?
Ms. Flowers?
That's a yes vote.
Yes. See, I'm not the only one.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Ms. McFerrin?
Yes.
Mr. Thompson?
Yes.
Ms. Grusin?
Yes.
And roll call for vice president. Respond by the name of the candidate.
Ms. Grusin?
Tracy McFerrin.
Ms. Flowers?
Tracy McFerrin.
Mr. Harris?
Tracy McFerrin?
Ms. McFerrin?
Abstain.
Mr. Thompson?
Tracy McFerrin.
Dates of...
No.
Who's that? Somebody.
Yeah, well, we start.
Yes, you start. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll let you go.
Okay. Motion for the following. So to set up our service fund and then the regular date, time, and place for the meeting. So service fund is $5,000 for the 2016 school year, and then a regular meeting time and date. Going third Monday
I
is?
think the third Monday, if that's okay with everyone, at 6 o'clock, the cafeteria.
Okay, and while we're on that topic, February 22nd, I'm suggesting to be the February meeting since the third Monday is President's Day.
22nd.
The senior night is the 8th. Is that the day you're saying?
22nd?
Oh, the 22nd. I'm sorry.
Monday, February 22nd, the week after President's Day.
Okay.
So just so the paper has that, say that we've already notified.
Yep.
Okay, so motion for those.
Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion.
I second the motion. Call the roll?
Ms. Grusin?
Yes.
Ms. Flowers?
Yes.
Mr. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Ms. McFerrin?
Yes.
13, motion to accept the minutes from the regular meeting that was December 14th and the treasurer's financial reports for December 2015.
Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion. Second.
Discussion? Call the roll?
Ms. Grusin?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Mr. Thompson?
Yes.
Ms. Flowers?
Yes.
Mr. McFerrin?
Yes.
14, motion to join the Ohio School Boards Association with participation in the OSBA briefcase and legal assistant fund for 2016.
Make the motion?
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? Tom, I noticed in your email that you said you do use that quite often.
Yes, I do.
That's...
The legal assistance fund, yes, it saves the districts quite a bit of money when you use that. Like I say, it won't take the place of normal attorneys, but get some great guidance from OSBA.
Call the roll?
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Ms. McFerrin?
Yes.
Mr. Thompson?
Yes.
Ms. Flowers?
Yes.
Ms. Grusin?
Yes.
15, motion to grant a one-year supplemental contract effective 15-16 school year for Kim Keen as a reserve baseball coach.
Is there a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second? Okay. Any discussion? Last year, I don't think we had a reserve baseball team.
No.
So we got enough players this year. That's good.
What if we don't have enough players then?
We'll have to, I don't know, we'll have to look at that.
Will they be allowed to move some of the 8th graders up for reserve? Because I know we have a lot of baseball players in 8th grade.
That'd be junior high. They can't play
That
at
would
high
be
school.
junior high. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
then.
Have to be at least a freshman. Okay. Well, hopefully we'll have enough and we'll move there.
Kim Keen is male, isn't he?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I thought so. Doesn't he have a wife named Kim also?
I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
think so. Okay. I think he does. I'm not sure if when he was.
Any other discussion? Call the roll?
Ms. Grusin?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Ms. McFerrin?
Yes.
Ms. Flowers?
Yes.
Mr. Thompson?
Yes.
16, motion to grant the following one-year limited contract for the 15-16 school year, and that's for Vicki Hollingsworth as a substitute teacher.
Motion?
So, we have a motion. Is there a second?
I second.
Okay. Any discussion? Call the roll?
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Ms. McFerrin?
Yes.
Mr. Thompson?
Yes.
Ms. Flowers?
Yes.
Ms. Grusin?
Yes.
Okay, 17 then would be comments from me. We received 50 Chromebooks this week, and they were delivered 25 to 3rd grade and 25 to 7th and 8th grade. 3rd grade, I felt needed the set since all the testing is online, since I opted that we go that way. Because eventually it's going to be mandated anyway. I mean, it was supposed to be this was the last year that you were allowed to take paper pencil. They're allowing one more year because there's still some districts that are on dial-up internet, I guess. It's way out in the country. So to make sure that our kids are ready and have the computer skills, I did allocate 25 of those just to 3rd grade, and hopefully as they move up, they'll gain those computer skills they need. And then 7th and 8th grade, because they're upstairs and we have multiple grade levels in this building, we needed a setup there for that. Items worthy of your note, Murphy Flowers was selected as the Elks Teenager of the Month for January.
That's great.
Congratulations.
And January is Board Recognition Month, so we have certificates for those of you that have been on the board.
Thank you.
Let's see. To get Ron his. Let's see. So, thank you for all your hard work, dedication to the students and staff, and making this a better place for everyone. SLEA, I do not believe is here this evening, just in case they're there.
They're all down the gym.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, there's the junior high basketball.
Okay. Yeah, actually, I've seen a lot of participation from staff lately, which is quite impressive. I noticed that at some of the boys' games in particular. I mean, I think at least 50% of our staff is attending those games, which is great to see them out at events. Okay, and then I asked Stephanie to come in and talk to you. So she's going to present on family and community engagement, what she's doing.
Oh, good. Okay. Good.
Okay, so family and community engagement, what we're doing is this past Christmas, over the holiday season, we've sent several cards, holiday cards, to area businesses and members in our community to significantly impacted our students and just the culture of the school and education, and been very supportive over several years. And I would like to continue to do that. I think with this being such a small community, we really rely and depend on one another to help our children, support our learning here, but also support our parents. With that being said, I think having a strong sense of pride in what we do here in Sebring is imperative. I grew up in Sebring, so it's personal to me that we do that. And I was thinking that if we would just invest a little bit, so it'll take a little bit of capital to start it off, but send some claims. Sebring's Trojan, the head, send that maybe in the mail to our parents, not to just certain students, but to everybody. And maybe put in there, like, be proud of your community, be proud of your student. Put this on the back of your car, and just build up the spirit of what is already here, but we need to bring that back. It used to be like that all the time, and I think we've gotten away from that. And it's free to that parent. That parent or grandparent or business owner doesn't have to invest in that. It's something that's a gift coming from us, and I think it'll mean a lot. So I would like to discuss that further, give you to think about that for a little bit. But also, in talking with parents, I am a licensed professional counselor, so I do come with that mental health component at a master's level. We have a lot of drug and alcohol issues in this community. Kids are coming to me with their personal issues themselves with substance. We are reaching out to them through myself as well as a grant through Quest that Ms. Reinhardt is doing. We're helping them as much as possible in-house here, but I think what I would like to do more of is what is called family engagement meetings, inviting some of these parents and some of the kids together, maybe sometimes during the school day, whatever's going to be best for that parent, or right after school. It's not surprising to me, but I think it would be surprising to some people in this community who these kids are. It's not always what you expect. And just opening up our door, this is the nucleus and the heart of Sebring, is the school. If we opened up our doors and were able to meet these families where they're at, that's the key. I think we can help a lot of people, not just through education as academics, but also through mental health and outreach. So I have had several family engagement meetings, and it seems to be helping. It's helping the students, and I would like for us to come together and do that even more often. Plus, it's cost effective. You have people in this building, including myself, that are educated specific to this area, including with trauma and crises. And I think with this board and the people that are present tonight, we have the ability to make a strong impact with all of these kids and our parents. Also, I would like to give an applause to our teachers and our board. We fed a significant number of elementary, junior high, and senior high students for the holidays that would have had no food. Several coats were donated by the American Legion. We have wonderful, great, giving people right here in our backyard that don't expect to be recognized, don't want anything in return except a smile from these little youngsters and our high school students that have very little. So the resources that we have here are phenomenal, and they're meeting a great need, and we can just continue to build off of that. Finally, the last thing is I would like for us to continue to expand working with Quest and utilize our nurse. Our nurse is great. I've watched her one-on-one working with kids. She's a tremendous asset to this school district. We have a number of young ladies that are pregnant, and I think providing educational pieces to those young ladies, that's a completely different population. You know, I'm working with them individually, but I also think we have an opportunity to build and capitalize on that too in this community. We're doing some great things. I'm looking forward to 2016 and moving forward.
Thank you.
Do you have any idea of the cost yet on like the decals or any of those? Have you contacted anybody, or do you know?
No, to be honest with you, Ms. Viscount and myself have just recently discussed this. These were just some ideas. We were in a brainstorming mode, I guess we'll say, and we were just throwing some things out, and this was shortly before the holidays, and so, but I will definitely check into it. It won't cost that much money. And I believe area businesses would be willing to contribute to that. Another thing is we have a captive audience at our basketball and football games. Our community comes together at those times. We could also pull parents in. By giving away something free, like a t-shirt, we're looking at $7 a t-shirt with our logo on there. Throwing that out, people will come for that. Acknowledging kids with a free 2 to 4 tickets so they can bring somebody. I can't tell you how many kids come to me, Ms. Henshin, I would love to go to the game. I can't afford it. And then the embarrassment when they can't afford a slice of pizza and a Gatorade and everybody else around them. We could reinforce DOJO or PBIS, reinforce those positive behaviors, encompass everybody in the student body, and they would get those free tickets and free rewards, but not feel like they were singled out because they were in with everybody else and treated the same and equally. There's so much that we have to offer these students that we could just keep building on and building on. But we could get parents included and acknowledge businesses and people within our community that are donating during those games right at halftime. We want to give a shout out and let the cheerleaders do a simple cheer or something. It would bring a lot to our school.
Like years back, there was some kind of like valuable person program or something that Sebring had where the parents had a little ticket that he showed it to me, and you would need like so many punches. Like if you attended parent-teacher conferences, attended a basketball game, a football game or something, you got these punches and then you could drop it into a bucket for some kind of drawing, and that helped to get people in the door. So probably do something like that too.
I know one of the things, the dojo that you're talking about, they had up at the Phantoms, and I've heard a lot of good reports from that, and the children really enjoyed that. So. Good.
Thank you.
You know, as much as we can reach out to the community, that's what we're here for.
It's always good.
Yeah.
Comments from anyone else?
Annexation, land annexation. Past couple annexations that the village has taken under the school districts were in land annexations was West Branch School District. Was there any attempt to change that West Branch School District into the Sebring School District? And whose responsibility is it? If any new annexations come in that involve West Branch School District, would it be the board's responsibility to change that district? I don't believe the village would have any responsibility.
The village has no responsibility. Based upon the Ohio Revised Code, the law says that any annexation that the village does, that annexation becomes a part of that local school district. And I've been researching this. There was a time back in 2004, after some of the annexation, that the school board, in conjunction with West Branch, allowed them to keep the territory that was annexed, that should have been this school district's. we're checking out legally to see what ramifications we can do to try to get that property back. But it was done based upon them saying that no boundaries were changing. So there's some things that I've been in the works trying to get that done. But by law, the only way that the annexation does not fall into the villages is if the annexation is a big school that has over 30,000 students. Then it doesn't. But by the law, when that annexation took place, that should have been annexed into the school district. But the school district has to notify the county treasurer and the state board of education to let them know that those boundaries have changed. And they did not do that. They actually went ahead and just gave it to West Branch.
As it was.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other comments? Yep, motion to
Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion?
Second?
Second.
Consensus?
We get stereo.
Got 35 minutes to make it through.
Yeah, I know. What do you think?
Get a hangout.